Sully's history, right? Are we?
Yes, I was born at a very young age.
Okay. No one cares about that. Just show us what you got.
Right over his head. Right over his head. Okay, so yeah, this corner of this room in the house is really kind of instead of having
probably move a little over here.
Yeah. You know, go where love takes you.
Where life takes you.
You know, I kind of thought, you know, these things were kind of in cases and forgotten about, and I thought that this would be kind of a nice way to maybe just have a little
Of the history?
A little history corner. Yeah. I'm using my NPR voice because I've got a microphone in front of me. So.
Oh, were we supposed to change that one?
No, it's you know
okay.
what? That's, I guess, quite frankly, it's part of history, because you don't get that or this or this without that.
Especially that one, right?
Well, yeah. So yeah, and this was kind of set up. The oldest guitars are over here, and the newer ones are here, and it's not necessarily, you know, perfectly chronological, but pretty close. And so these two here, this one on top is definitely the oldest of the Sully guitars. That's the oldest.
That one.
Yeah.
Or this, okay.
That one. But this is like the very first completed Raven with this headstock.
With the Raven headstock.
Yeah, and it's probably a little bit larger
than the one.
Than it may or may not be, because for a long time, you know, this was made just using one template. So these
it gets
two
a little thicker over time.
Well, I mean, it's you know, I make more templates over time, and like everything that I do, things kind of evolve. And that's one thing that I like about kind of making my own stuff, is that I don't have to necessarily worry about making things exactly the way that somebody did 70 years ago.
You go custom, right?
Yeah. And so things always evolve. So this, you know, beyond that, so this guitar, the neck on this is real thin.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And it's probably a little too thin. Wow. And it has it's got like a wide, flat kind of feel to it. And you know, I painted this here, not here, but like in the garage. So my friend Mike.
Did it always have that trim over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
My friend Mike Learn was nice enough to make me the stencils, and so I went for it, and I wound up painting the knob to match, because, you know, I thought that, you know, it's right in the middle of the stripe, so do that.
Right?
And then, you know, the thing that I love, so this graphic is a Chicago flag, and I joke and call this my homesick guitar.
Okay.
And you know, with the stencil laid out the way that it is, you know, you don't really get to see all of the stars and stuff.
How many there are supposed to be?
There are 4.
Okay.
But I thought it would be cool. You know, I get a white pickup so it would match. And then, you know, when I was matching the knob to the blue, this pickup ring is also painted. I could have got a white one, but I wanted it to match. So this is painted and clear coated.
Black?
Gosh, I don't remember. You know, it might be white, but I know that I painted it. 'Cause, I mean, I can feel the clear coat on it.
Yeah.
And then I took, you know, part of the stencil, and I took a negative, or I had another stencil and kind of made it work up onto the pickup. Okay. And, you know, because it's on the body, and then it also goes onto the pickup ring, and so you know, that was just a fair amount of masking.
And it has a couple of eyes too, and a mouth. Right?
Just like me. And you know, I really like this guitar. It's bolt on, and it's super sculpted out here, and you know, eventually, as we'll see in just a few short moments, the heel, the shape of this heel changes because, you know, I mean, it's okay, but like it's not
Super okay.
Yeah, no, it's not super okay. That's really what, you know, like some people
You strive to do
super okay.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I just want to not hate what I'm doing. I don't have to lie. I just, hey, you know what? I don't hate this. Interesting points. I guess this has.
Yeah.
So these are Logo Jackson tuners. These are for
From the 90s, probably.
Oh, I have no idea. Probably. But they are for a non-reverse headstock because they're up. The screws are up top there, and apparently I never drilled the holes to mount the screws. So that means, you know,
Oh yeah.
it's possible that the original strings are still on this guitar.
Okay.
So this was, you know, probably about 12 or so years ago that this guitar was made. And I remember, if you look really closely, there's a little dot right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, when I drilled the holes for the lock nut, I went through. So that's filled in. And this has the original Sully logo, which was a font.
Sully.
Which was a font that was popular at that time. That font is called Pristina.
I remember that font, yeah.
Pristina Aguilera. That's my drag name. We won't talk about that. That's going to cause a lot of problems. Actually, if I was going to have a drag name, it would be Anaphylaxis.
Okay.
But anyway.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Wait.
And then...